Hello and welcome to what is rapidly becoming one of our most in-demand vehicles, Jaguar's excellent, truly excellent F-Pace. The F-Pace is a fantastic looking car which certainly helps its popularity, but now that prices are becoming as affordable as they are, it is not difficult at all to see why these cars fly out of our doors nearly as quickly as they come in. They are in very high demand, and this particular car being possibly the best all-round choice in terms of being a practical daily driver is of course the D180 in R Sport trim. So that means that at the same time you have the excellent 2-litre diesel engine, and we'll get back to that engine in just a second because of course its economy is the standout of that engine, but also because of the R Sport trim, it looks fantastic as well. And it's not just the outside that looks great, because the interior is gorgeous too, with those two-tone seats, which of course contrast very nicely with the Santorini black exterior, and of course that fantastic panoramic roof. Panoramic roofs are one of the best optional extras you can get on a car. They add even more of that feeling of space on top of what is already a very spacious car, and one of the key reasons why the F-Pace is so good. This particular example coming in at less than £21,000, despite the fact that it only has 60,000 miles on the clock, is because of how Jaguar developed them. They didn't develop these to be just another big 4x4, they designed it to feel like a car, but with taller, more spacious features. And that is why they feel so good to drive. They're not cumbersome, they're not oversized, they're not unwieldy to drive or to park, but at the same time they give you those advantages that you would typically expect only from vehicles like Land Rovers and Range Rovers, but with more stylish looks, a proper Jaguar interior, and to get back to that engine, astonishingly good fuel economy, and certainly numbers which you would never expect to get in a Range Rover. In fact, these can average up to 53 miles to the gallon, which is astonishingly good for any 4x4, and as high as 60 miles per gallon on a motorway run. And because of that, even its yearly road tax is less than a third, less than £200 a year, compared to something like a Range Rover, which would be much, much more, even in diesel form. And one of the interesting things about this particular vehicle, in addition to, of course, the panoramic roof, heated steering wheel, cruise control, and a number of other optional extras, is actually an extremely rare optional extra, and one which may well come in handy, and that is a full-size spare tyre and wheel, which is specially accommodated in the boot. It is a rare thing to find a modern machine with a full-size spare tyre rather than a space saver, or in some cases spare foam, making this car that much more unique and potentially being that much more useful in the long run. So ultimately, if you are on the market for an F-Pace, and they are superb cars, so you certainly should be on the market for one, then you may well want to get in contact with us about this car because it will not stick around for long. So of course you can do that with the email address here on screen, or you could give us a call on 01749 871 155, or of course on our mobile number of 07482 267 439.